What is up, sports fans? JGait is back for another episode of JGait Sports Talk. It's been a rough past week for me. That's why I've been on a little hiatus, but I'm back for good. I'm not going to keep you today for too long, and I'm just going to get right into the topics we're going to discuss today. Okay, first topic, NFL. A lot of action in the NFL yesterday. My New York Jets, they won 23-17 in overtime against the 49ers. Jets improved to 4-9. 49ers, as you all know, they are still 1-12. I mean, they fall to 1-12. They haven't won since that Week 1 shutout against the LA Rams. Great game overall. However, the 49ers struck first. I mean, the Jets really blew that. They blew it to begin the game. But they started to come back in around the third quarter. We were down 17-3. Nick Folk, 30-yard field goal. And then in the fourth, with 5 minutes and 4 seconds left, Bilal Powell, he rushed for 5 yards, and then we got the 2-point conversion score on Bryce Petty's run. Then with 38 seconds left, we tied it up on 50-yarder from Nick Folk, and then Bilal Powell again had that 19-yard run to win it all for the Jets. Now, Bryce Petty did a little bit better. 23 for 35, threw for 257 yards. But he was sacked 6 times. And Bilal Powell had the best game of his career so far. And all season, actually. Rushed for 145 yards. The 2 touchdowns, you can't go wrong there. And I gotta say, first off, I had him on my fantasy team. And if I had known that he would be great in that game, I would have started him. But now I just regret it, all around. And I just gotta say about the 49ers, they're in deep trouble. They got a lot of work to do for the next upcoming season. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The Giants stopped the Cowboys' win streak. Giants won 10-7. Eli Manning, he was able to get the job done. Even though he was 17 for 28, only 193 yards. But, he got the job done. That's all I can say. Odell Beckham Jr. had a good game. He got a touchdown. This was his first in 2 or 3 games. He was expected to just do something great. And that's all I gotta say. Alright, moving on. Last game I'm going to be talking about in the NFL. I'm only going to stick to certain games, but there was a lot of great action, like how the Steelers beat the Bills in snowy weather. Le'Veon Bell had a career game. Just great. Last game actually I'm going to be talking about, Atlanta Falcons and the LA Rams. Falcons won 42-14. Matt Ryan had a decent performance, 18 for 28, threw for 237 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he is one of my starters on fantasy. And it's good that I have him. But I recently got a trade from someone in my league that if I trade Ryan and God, I keep forgetting, for Tom Brady and Greg Olsen. What do you think of that trade? I'd like to know. Let me have your perspective on it. Just hit me up in the comments section below. Jared Goff, the dude still plays like he ain't ready yet. That's just the way, that's how I see it. I mean, the Rams started the season off great, but they've been... Okay, moving on. We're going to be moving on to the NBA. I'm going to be talking about my New York Knicks. Last night, they beat the Lakers at the Staples Center, 118 to 112. My boy, Kristaps Porzingis, 26 points, 12 rebounds. Derrick Rose did good as well, 25 points. You know, you can't go wrong there. Brandon Jennings came off the bench, very good, 19 points, 4 assists. Willie Hernan-Gomez the same, 12 rebounds. I mean, that guy, I'm starting to like that guy. He's very good off the bench. Great. We got a bunch of good bench guys. The Lakers, they fall to 10 and 16. The Knicks 14 and 10. And I gotta say, this Knicks squad is a hell lot better than last year's squad. Just can't go wrong. Luol Deng did it for the Lakers, 24 points. But I gotta say, the Lakers have a great bench. Lou Williams, he is the best bench player by far in the league. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Then you have, and he's had like performances of 40 points, 34 points. I mean, I'm surprised he's not getting a start because he's that great. Like, he's Jamal Crawford. I mean, just a great overall player. Alright, moving on. We're going to be moving on to Oklahoma City Thunder beating the Boston Celtics last night, 99 to 96. Now, as many of you know, Russell Westbrook was coming into the game with 7 straight triple-doubles, but unfortunately, that was not the case here. He failed to get a triple-double, but he did finish the night with 37 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. That dude has really stepped up his game since Durant's departure. I mean, it's kind of like a mixed result on how the Thunder are doing. Right now they're 15-9. But I mean, Westbrook, he's just freaking unbelievable. Alright, moving on. I'm going to be talking a little bit about a news in the MLB. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Yankees gear. Big news I'm talking about is, for all you Yankee fans, we gotta roll this Chapman back! Yes! We got Chapman back. 5-year deal worth $86 million. Very exciting. Last year, he helped the Cubs win the World Series last season, but I'm really looking forward to this upcoming season because we got a good young squad. Got Gary Sanchez, who will be good catcher for us. If he keeps up his performance, he'll most likely be one key player that we've been looking for a while now. We also got Matt Holliday for a year after Carlos Beltran's departure. Great addition. Looking forward to it. Alright, moving on. College football. Heisman Trophy winner was announced. I'd like to congratulate Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Louisville Cardinals. The guy has had a phenomenal season. I was hoping that he would win. Let's see, he threw for 3,390 yards, 30 passed for 30 touchdown passes. And he's great as a running back also. Rushed for 1,538 yards, 21 touchdowns, for a total of 51 touchdowns altogether. That dude was on fire. Now, I gotta say, during his Heisman presentation, his speech was... But I'm not going to be too hard on him because he's only 19. He's a young guy. He's still got a lot to learn. But once again, congrats to Lamar Jackson. You really deserve this. Okay, before I end this episode, I'm going to be talking a little bit about sports history. Last couple nights ago, I was watching ESPN 30 for 30 documentary. Documentary was called Catholics versus Convicts. And that was about the rivalry between the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish football. But it was mostly talking about the 1988 matchup and how it was considered like a great college game. Fighting Irish won 31-30. A lot of memorable moments in that game. The Catholics versus Convicts came from when two Notre Dame students, one of them was a basketball player who created the logo, Catholics versus Convicts, put them on t-shirts and sold them after he read an article about Hurricanes player arrested on a drug charge, something like that. But I mean, I like ESPN 30 for 30 docs. I mean, they're just, you learn a lot from them. This documentary really gave me a lot more information about that game in particular. I mean, that was the season the Fighting Irish went undefeated and won the national championship. I mean, they really beat Lou Holtz's squad, really beat down on the Hurricanes, which was led by Jimmy Johnson at the time. And just, if you ever get a chance, you should watch it because it's really informing. Okay, that wraps up this episode of JGait Sports Talk. I'll be back next week with a little bit of boxing. Until next time, peace out, sports fans.